So we're continuing our video on how to use the grid component to create a typical store finder application. So now going back to the working preview, we can also see now that this search part doesn't have a submit button because it doesn't need that, because when the user clicks find closest airport, that's actually going to go ahead and do the search, and it also doesn't have any label to the left of the map. So let's go and see how that was done. So let's go back to design mode here and go to search properties, and you can see here that we've said that the toolbar position is none, so we've turned off the toolbar. And then when we go to fields for location, we've turned off the row label over there. So that's how we basically got to hide the search toolbar so that it doesn't appear over there. And now the final tweak that we had to do is, let's go back now to map properties, and if we scroll to the bottom over here, we can see that there's an option to customize the map toolbar template. So if we open up the builder, these are all the various pieces that the map toolbar template can have. It can have a help button, it can have a center map button, which when you click that, it opens up the prompt to center the map. But since we said that the center map prompt is always open, we don't need that. So we've put on the actual this part here, which is the actual prompt to center the map. But since we're also have hard coded this grid, this map, to do a radius search, which I'll point out over here, you can see here we've said that the search type is a radius search. By default you can do polygon searches and radius searches, but for a store finder you really just want to bother about radius searches. And we've also said sort by distance from the center point. But anyway, so since this is a radius search, the user normally would enter the radius of the search area. So you'd say find all airports within, say, 10 miles of the center point. But here we've set the initial radius to 10 miles, and we're not going to let the user in this particular case change that. So so in theory we don't need to have the set radius HTML markup over there, because the user is not going to be allowed to change the radius. But the problem is that if we leave that out, the search will fail, because when you click the search button, what gets sent back to the server is the radius that is filled in to that HTML there. So we actually do need that HTML to be rendered, but we just go ahead and hide it by putting it in a span with display of none. So if we didn't have this line over here and we completely eliminated the toolbar part set radius, then the search would fail, because the actual radius of the search would not be submitted back to the server. So this is a little trick to keep the search working, but at the same time to hide the actual radius prompt. So if we close that down and close that down there, you can see now that the prompt to set the radius, which would normally look like this, if you go here and you say radius, this is the prompt that sets the radius, and the user would then go and type in, say, 12 and then click the set button. This has all been hidden now because we're using a predefined hard-coded value of 10 miles for the search. So here we have it, and at this point now I think the only thing that I need to display is how we also got these icons over here, so that they map the icons that appear on the search part. So let's go here and type in, say, Dallas, run the search. So there's my 5 closest airports, and you can see the corresponding icon on the grid part as well. And if I click on an icon over there, it goes to the matching record. So we've taken a very common problem like a store finder and shown here how that problem can be solved using a standard grid with no programming at all, other than that one simple little JavaScript function that we did. I hope you found that useful. Thanks very much.